Welcome to yoga. Back to St. Louis. Glad you came. Today's practice is going to be about gratitude. Gratitude to your body, which supports you in so many ways and is always working 24/7 to keep everything in balance. And so we're going to give back to our bodies today in this yoga practice, because yoga is a wonderful tool for wellness, not only in your body, but mind and spirit as well. So find a comfortable seat, or you may center lying supine, so seated or lying down. And begin the journey inward. So close your eyes to this space. We're going to stay out of our thinking mind as much as possible and into the body sensations. Remember, this is about our bodies and giving gratitude for all our bodies do for us. So bring your awareness into your inner world and begin with a body scan. So just gently, part by part, starting at your feet, move up to the top of your head, the top of your skull, one part at a time, just bringing your awareness, seeing that part in your mind's eye, and just noticing any sensation, maybe a little holding of tension, and notice and release as much as possible. We'll be doing more release during practice, but this is just to see where you are in your body at the beginning of practice. And as you go, see all parts of your body with compassion, non-judgment. So if anything's going on in your body, it's not because of your body, it's because of an injury or a trauma or something actually that you probably did, knowingly or unknowingly, or that just happened. So no judgment on your body, just compassion and loving kindness. So treat your body as you would a dear friend or even a beloved pet. And as we continue practice, remember to listen to your body. Always listen to what your body is telling you. Pain means it's whatever you're doing is not good. And modify, change the pose, even come out altogether, find a better way, something that feels good with your body. Always give yourself permission to do that. Now bring your awareness to your breath, and the breath is something that we can control, and it can be a tool to decrease tension, but proper breathing is a real benefit to your body. That means deep breathing. So begin belly breaths. So relax your belly, put your hand there to feel if you'd like a felt sense. And as you inhale, inhale deeply so that your belly rises, filling the bottom of your lungs, filling, and then the rib cage expands all around, all the way up to your collarbones. filling your lungs from the bottom up deeply, but not over-efforting, just gently, so that you get a nice full breath in, and then the exhale empties out from the top to the bottom so that your belly might pull in a little at the end to complete the exhale. And you're aiming for inhale and exhale about equal in length. The exhale is equally important to the inhale, but often we get busy, we're rushing around, and we tend to breathe shallowly just into the top part of our lungs, so we don't get that nice oxygenated air all the way down to the bottom of our lungs. So practice here, nice, full, deep belly breaths. Whatever feels good to you. So if you notice tension accumulating, just back off, slow it down. Check in with your face every once in a while, see if you're accumulating any tension in your jaw or your neck. And this is something that you can do off the mat in your daily life. Every once in a while, just check in. Just notice how your breath is going. Notice if you're breathing mainly into your chest, shallowly, quickly. Slow it down, deepen it, even if you just take a couple minutes to breathe that way. That'll be a helpful thing, and you'll get used to the feeling, and it's nourishment for your body. A few more seconds, a few more rounds of nice, slow, deep, even belly breaths. And then just let go of the conscious belly breaths, but do keep your breath deep, slow, and even during practice. Ujjayi, if you practice Ujjayi, that's just making a little silent noise on the inhale and exhale by narrowing your throat. That just can help you stay in tune, in touch with your breath. And take a few moments based on what you've seen in your body scan. Non-judgment, compassion. Just be aware of what's going on in your body and create an intention for your practice. Something you'd like to achieve, a state of mind or a healing or anything. Why did you come to yoga today? What do you hope to achieve during your practice today? And repeat that intention a few times. Intention is a very powerful tool for achieving your goals. So once it's in your consciousness, just let it go, and you can come back and revisit your intention anytime during practice. You will need a bolster or a rolled blanket is fine, or something that you can. We're gonna open our chests a little later in the practice, so have handy a blanket that you can roll up, or a bolster, or towel, or something. And we will begin practice on our backs. So come on over into a supine position. Stretch out long your legs, arms down by your side to start. Flex your feet, press out through the bottoms of your feet, lengthen your legs, spread your toes, then spread your fingers, broaden your hand base, and on an inhale, press out through your feet and bring your arms up and back overhead. And then stretch out long in two directions. Nice deep breath. On the exhale, pull your belly in, bring your right knee into your chest. Hug it in. Continue to breathe. And continue to be active in your left leg. So press out through the bottom of your left foot, just gently, no clenching, no over efforting. Hugging the right knee in, couple breaths. We're going to be exploring the hips in this warm-up part. Now bring your right knee over your right hip, and you can have your hand on your knee or not. A little more effort on your core if you don't have your hand there. It's also a little movement for your shoulder if you do. Begin to make small circles, circling the right knee around the right hip really slowly. So match your breath here. You can have the inhale as the knee moves away in a half circle. Exhale as it comes toward you in the half circle. Any way you want, but keep moving really slowly with your slow, deep, even breath. And gradually increase your circles. Now notice the joint here. Notice your hip joint. I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on in my right hip. You have whatever's going on in your right hip. So this is your chance to just warm up that hip joint, bring some fluid into it, but also to see without judgment and with compassion how that joint is today, right now. Slow down and reverse your circles. So you just know whether you might need to support or modify any movement or pose that might not feel good for this hip. Using props or backing off or changing in any way that makes the movement or pose feel good. Now slow the circles down. Raise your right foot all the way toward the ceiling. Lengthen up. Firm up your core. Press your low back toward the floor, and as slowly as you can, lower that right leg to the mat. Keep lengthening as you lower. And then on your next inhale, lift your arms up, back up overhead. Lengthen in two directions. Stretch it out. Exhale, draw your left knee into your chest. Squeeze it in. Keep your right leg active, gently active. A few breaths here with the left knee hugged into your chest. Notice differences, so your sides are going to be different. Again, no judgment. One side isn't better than the other. They're just the way they are. And bring your left knee over your hip and begin to make small circles knee around the hip. Again, moving slowly. Half of the circle is an inhale. Half is an exhale. Just exploring your left hip. Noticing any places that might be a little sticky, tight, or maybe the whole movement all the way around is fluid. Whatever you have, just notice and work with it. And slow your circles down. Begin to circle in the opposite direction. Check in with your face. Make sure you're not accumulating any tension there. Just relax. And slow the circles down. I can't remember if I said to go to the other way. I think I did. All right. Then raise your left foot up toward the ceiling. And lengthening it out, lower it as slowly as you can, keeping your belly button pressed toward the mat. And then bend your knees, bring your feet hip width apart on the mat. Arms out to the side, palms facing up. And we'll just do a few rounds of windshield wipes. So inhale in the center. Exhale, pull your belly in, both knees to the right. Don't force them to the floor, just let them go over as far as they go. Inhale back to center. Exhale, belly in to the left. And as you get into this rhythm, slowly moving with your breath, you can turn your head to one side or the other, or not. So just a few more rounds of slow windshield wipes. And stay with the sensations in your hips. So we're still working with the hips. And the next time your knees come to the right, next time you come to the center, pause. Bring your legs together, so like they're glued together. And on an exhale, let both knees go to the right, keeping them together, so your bottom foot's going to come off the mat. So you want both knees to the right. And we're going to open our shoulders. So make sure your fingers are spread. Lift your left arm, carry it up toward the ceiling, across your body, over so the left palm meets the right palm. And then slide your left fingers out a little bit beyond the right fingers. And just do that a couple more times. Inhale. Bring your left arm up over your body and down to the floor on your left side. And then lift it up and over and back to meet the right palm. Do that one more time. And the next time your palms are together, take the left palm up over your head, around, make a big circle. Your palm will go from facing down to facing up, and then carry it down by your right hip, left hip. Palm turns over, back to palms together. So make a couple more circles like that, going in a clockwise motion. Noticing, just as you did with the hips, any sticky places, or just noticing how your shoulders feel, your left shoulder, as you move around. Again, no judgment, just compassion. If there's a sticky or painful place, move slowly. And now the next time your palms come together, reverse your circle. So this time the left, you're going to start going down in a counterclockwise direction over your hip, and then your palm will rotate up as you come up over your head and down as your palms meet. 2 more circles that way. Coordinate your movement with your breath. Opening your chest, moving your shoulder all around. When you complete the last circle, pause there. And on an inhale, open your arm back across your body, out to the side. Bring your knees to center, and then change the knees to the left side, and we'll do the same sequence to the left. So first, a couple times, reach your right hand straight up toward the ceiling and bring it across to meet your left palm. Slide the fingers out, and then bring the hand back up. Open your chest. 1 more, just like that. And the next time your palms come together, begin to make circles. You can start with the circle. Let's this time start going down. So to the right with the hand, down by the hip, and then around, over the head, and palms touch. 2 more circles like that. Notice the difference on your right shoulder compared with your left. And let that inform your practice from here on out. Noticing where maybe some tension needs to be released, or whether there's some sticky place that you need to modify to make a pose or movement feel good or comfortable instead of painful. And the next time your palms come together, reverse your circles. 3 circles this other way. So yoga, the practice of yoga, especially asana, is wonderful because it moves and works all the muscles and joints in your body. When you complete your 3rd circle, just pause for a minute. Not a minute, a couple breaths. And then bring your right hand up over your body and your knees up, and get your bolster or your rolled up blanket and put it under your shoulder blades. So you might want to have something to put under your head as well, a block or a blanket. My bolster's kind of high, so what you want to do is open your chest. If you're comfortable, if your neck is comfortable going back, that's fine. Or put a block or a pillow or a little blanket under your head. So what we're going for here is a stretch of your chest muscles, which is beneficial. Put your hands out to the side, or goalpost arms. That's not comfortable for me, so I'm just gonna lay my arms out with my palms face up. The important thing here is to have a stretch, a passive supported stretch of your chest muscles, which helps in good posture, which is another gift that yoga gives to your body, the development of proper alignment and posture, which can affect your mood and also works both ways. If you are depressed and anxious, your posture tends to be hunched, and if you open up your posture, open your chest, lift your head, that actually can change your mood. So many ways that yoga is a gift to your body. So we're just going to passively lay here for another minute and a half. Check in with your breath. Make sure it's slow, deep, even. Check in with your face, your jaw, your neck. Release any tension that might have accumulated there. Just let your shoulders sink down. Open the front body. Nice deep inhale. Bring in lots of oxygen to the bottom of your lungs. Exhale, full release, releasing any tension in the body. A few more seconds. And now use your hands to push yourself up, remove the prop, whatever you've been using, any props from your mat. And come on around to all fours. So tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your fingers, press down into the ball mounts of your fingers. Take a little pressure off the wrist. Press down into your knees, the tops of your feet. We're going to do a vinyasa. So this is connecting mind and body through the breath. You're going to move with your breath, slowly, mindfully, flowing. So begin on an inhale, beginning with your pelvis. Tilt your pelvis forward first, then let your belly and chest come down, and then maybe a little looking forward, cow pose. exhale, begin with your pelvis, tuck the pelvis, then let the flexion move up your spine so your chin comes toward your chest. Just do a couple cat-cows so you get used to beginning with your pelvis, so that when you come to cow on the inhale, you start by tilting your pelvis, then the extension moves up your spine, ending with your cervical spine. Don't overdo it there. Exhale, tuck your pelvis, move up the spine, curve it into cat. One more. Really slow movements. Inhale flowing into exhale. So as you exhale in this cat, let your hips come back over your heels into child's pose. Inhale, scoop up to cow. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, round your spine, hips back, child's pose. Inhale, scoop up, cow. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. So we're going to do a few more rounds of Earth Salutation, moving really slowly, flowing with your slow, deep, even breath. Just no pausing, just moving smoothly and mindfully between cow, cat, child's pose, downward facing dog. Just let yourself become totally immersed in the movement and the sensation in your body. Initiating the flexion or extension from the pelvis and then letting it move up the spine. And the next time you find yourself in child's pose, just pause there and rest. You can have your head supported on your arms, have your arms by your side, wide-legged, child's pose. So here's where you have listened to your body and you make any modifications so that this child's pose feels really good. You can just release everything and sink right down. Rest. Now bring yourself back up to all fours. Walk your hands about a hand length out in front. Bring your shoulders over your wrist. Firm up your core and lower your chest down between your hands, bending your elbows close to your side. Come all the way down. Hips are the last thing to come down. Come onto your front body. Rest your forehead on the mat. Bring your arms down by your sides, palms facing into your body. Press your pelvis into the mat. Point your toes and lengthen out through your legs. You're going to move into Locust Pose. On an inhale, pressing your pelvis into the mat, lift your shoulders and head, not very far. Keep a little tuck in your tailbone here to protect the low back. If you want to raise your arms up, you can. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, you can raise your legs if you want to in Locust, but the focus we're on today is the strengthening the upper back muscles. You can come in and out on inhale and exhale, or you can hold. So we're strengthening the muscles in the upper back. Again, this aids your posture. We stretch the muscles in the front over the bolster. Now we're strengthening the muscles, bringing the shoulder blades together. That helps with posture. This, come on down and rest. Just rest on one cheek. This is also one of the postures that is included in the series that's been put out to help build bone strength, the osteoporosis series. So this is one of those poses. It's just another way that yoga can be helpful, a gift to your body actually. However, doing one Locust Pose once a week is not, you have to do it every day. It's a 12-minute sequence. But anyway, it's still good for your body. Okay, then bring your head back to center. Come back to all fours. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog, and walk your hands and feet together, coming into Uttanasan, standing forward bend, knees bent a little or a lot, your standing forward bend. And just take a few breaths here, any arms you want, letting gravity and the weight of your upper body lengthen out your back. Chest can be supported on knees. You can have your hands on a chair. So this is where you listen to your body, modify so that the pose is just right for you, your body. And bring your hands to your shins, come halfway up, lengthen out, exhale, fold again. And then inhale, press into your feet, come all the way up, palms touch, and then hands down to your heart space, and we will make a mountain pose. So start with your feet, lift and spread your toes, press down evenly into the four corners of your feet. You'll notice as you press into the mat that your quadriceps muscles engage and your kneecaps come up. So you're getting in alignment here. Take a little tuck in your tailbone and then lengthen your side waist. Bring your shoulders up, back, down. Little external rotation of your arms, and spread your fingers, lift up through the crown of your head, and breathe. So relax, about 10% of effort, just relax a little bit, but keep your alignment. So this is posture. I meant to say that you could do this against the wall, but that's something you can do at home. Just standing back against the wall so you get the feel of that proper alignment. Come back to your breath, slow, deep, even breath. And we're going to do one place that it's very common to hold tension is in your neck and your shoulders. So we've opened our shoulders a little bit. We're going to do some neck work. So just standing in a upright posture. Take your right ear to your right shoulder. Stretch your left arm out. Spread your fingers a little bit, aiming toward the floor. And then bring your chin toward your chest. And then your right ear toward your right shoulder. Take your right arm out now. Just a few breaths here, stretching up the right side of your neck, and you're also releasing on the left side. And then chin down, back around to the right. Few breaths here. Don't let your shoulders ride up toward your ears. And then back around one more time to the left. And then just let your shoulders come back and just make some pendulum swings. So just actually make some small circles. So circle as if you're making a circle with your nose. Chin toward chest. Up around. Just gentle circles. The cervical spine is kind of delicate. You might hear some clicking. That's okay. Pain is not okay. And slow the circles down and begin to circle in the other direction. And then pause in the middle and just do a couple of shoulder tension releasers. So on an inhale, bring your shoulders all the way up to the ears, really squeeze it, and then let them go down. A few more times. Inhale, out of your mouth, out of your mouth. Now we'll just do some backward shoulder rolls. So bring your shoulders up. So this is slow, slow, slow. And then shoulder blades together on the back and around. A few more times. Up, back, and down. Okay, very nice. And now we will do some standing poses. So step your feet, turn to face the long edge of the mat and step your feet wide apart, toes facing forward. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, spread your fingers, lengthen down through your feet, out through your fingertips, up through the crown of your head. Now bring your hands together at your heart space. Take your left heel back 45 degrees and take your right toes out toward the short edge of the mat. Square your shoulders to the long edge of the mat. Inhale your arms out shoulder height. And exhale here. On an inhale, lengthen your body over toward the right, and then side bend. Let your right hand come down to your right shin, thigh block, and left hand reaches up. Triangle pose, Konasana. So tuck your right hip under here. The goal is to have your shoulders stacked. You can also have your hand on your hip or back on your sacrum. So find the way the pose works best for you here. Press down equally into both feet. Your gaze can be up at your hand or straight ahead or down at your right foot. Make it the best for you. And breathe. So the goal in a pose is to be stable but easy, so not over efforting. Your breath is still slow and deep and even. 2 more breaths. This is another pose in the osteoporosis, the bone building series. And then inhale, come up, square your feet off again, and we'll go on to the other side. So this time, take your right heel back toward the back corner of the mat and pivot your left toes toward the short edge. Begin with your hands, palms together at your heart center. Shoulders are squared to the long edge of the mat. Press down through your feet. Inhale your arms out, shoulder height, spread your fingers. Then inhale, reach out with your left hand and come on over. Let your hand come wherever it does. Bring your right shoulder back, left hip under. Gaze whatever feels right. And breathe. Let your right arm bring you up. Your feet together. Heel toe your feet. Come back with your feet together. We'll do a couple rounds of half sun. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, set your hips back. Come into chair. Exhale all the way up. Okay. Couple more like that. Modify any way you want. We're just bringing some movement here. Pause. And we'll do a little balance. Yoga practice is balance, so we do everything on both sides. All the muscles, all the joints get a chance to participate. So start by letting the weight come into your left foot. So come onto your right toes. Now while you're here, this is balance right here. Find your gaze point, something that's not moving that you can have a soft gaze on, just a soft gaze. Firm up your core. Externally rotate your right leg and bring your foot, either keep it on the mat or bring it to your lower leg or to your upper thigh, just not on your knee. And get steady here. want to, you can bring your arms in, raise your arms up, take a movement, anything you want. Just keep breathing. If you come out, that's fine, it's practice. Just take a couple breaths and build your pose again mindfully. Don't rush into it. And now, if you're still in the pose, come out mindfully and with as much control as you can. Shake out your legs, shake out your arms, and we'll try the other side. This time let the weight come into your right foot, come onto your left toes, just get steady there. And you can have your hands on your hips, anywhere you want. I just like mine hanging. Find your gaze point, firm up your core, externally rotate, and move into your tree pose. Sides will be different. No strain, no struggle. Just presence right in this moment. And as you're ready, come out with as much control as you can and shake everything out. If you're not already at the front edge of your mat, come to the front edge of your mat. And we're going to come down to our backs. So inhale, arms up, exhale, forward fold. Step your feet back into downward facing dog. Lengthen up, tailbone up to the ceiling. Get a nice stretch. Let your chest fall between your arms. Then inhale your knees to the mat. Legs out to the side and come over onto your back. Lower down, and we're going to take a supine twist. There are lots of different ways you can do a supine twist. So you can do a windshield wipe with both knees to the side. You can do figure four, legs to either side. You can have one leg straight and take the other leg bent over the straight leg. So find a supine twist that feels right for you today and move into it. And once you're there, use any support you need so that you can just relax, release muscular effort. Let gravity do the work. So a hand on the leg can help that happen, or a block or a blanket under any body part. You want to be able to just release effort and let go of tension and muscular effort. So, and your inhale, you're still breathing, slow, deep, even. The inhale, send the inhale to the point, sensation of stretch. You want to have some sensation so you know something is happening. And then on the exhale, find release somewhere. It might be in your shoulder. Might be in your face. be in your hip. And now I'm going to inhale, come out of the twist on that side, come back to center, stretch out in two directions, and then move into a twist on the other side. Does not have to be the same twist. So we're going to hold them each about a minute. So find your twist on the other side. And settle in. Use any supports or props that help make it a better pose for you. And then as you're ready, come out of that twist and find your Shavasana. So lots of different things you can do for Shavasana. You can do legs up the wall, lower legs on a chair. I brought a chair because that's kind of some way I like to do Shavasana now. You just have to be symmetrical, comfortable, and and I've forgotten what the third one is. Oh, minimal effort or no effort. So this legs up on the chair is nice because you get a little bit of reverse blood flow here. You could put your hips up on a block to make it more. Anyway. So just settle into Shavasana. Shavasana is really a gift to your body. It's a chance to integrate all the things we've done during practice. It's a chance to surrender, let go of the past, the future, and just to be in the present moment, fully supported. Everything you need is there. Your body, God bless your body, it is breathing for you. You've given it a gift. And it will repay you for that. So just take care of you right now. And just be. Awareness of everything, but not attaching to anything. If thoughts come into your mind, as they will, just notice and let them go. Now gently bring your awareness back to the space. Come back to your slow, deep, even breath. Waken your body with small movements first, gradually increasing in size. Bring one knee into your chest at a time and roll over onto your side, cradling your head in your arms. Just take a couple of breaths in side child's pose. Just keeping your inner awareness, noticing sensations in your body, noticing the state of your mind, any emotions. Being aware of the gifts you've given your body through your yoga practice. And then use your arms to bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. We're just going to do a short meditation here. Meditation is another wonderful gift to yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit. Sit with a tall, straight spine, eyes closed, hands resting comfortably in a mudra of your choice. So you can touch your thumbs to your index finger, or have palms facing up, or just your palms down on your legs. And just for 1 minute, just rest here, following your breath. So have your focus be gently on your breath, the movement of breath in your body, the sensation of breath in your body. Could be at the tip of your nose or in your chest, anywhere that you are aware of breath in your body. And if a thought comes up, words form, just gently bring your awareness back to the breath. You could even say thinking or words in your mind and then come back to the breath. Now bring your hands, palms together at your heart space. Bow lightly toward your fingertips. Bow to your efforts today, to the gratitude that you feel to your body. Extend gratitude to your body for supporting you all day, every day, the best it can, and give gratitude to yourself for taking this yoga practice to give back to your body for all that it does for you. The light in me bows to and honors the very same light in each of you, and I am grateful that you came to practice today. Thank you. Namaste. Thanks for coming. There will not be a new practice next week, but there will be after that. So visit an old one, and I'll see you next time. 2 weeks. Bye.